I've been challenged today to give you my most non-technical dinner party version of what are environmental and social safeguards. Okay, so if I'm asked in a social setting what it is I do for work, I say I work in development finance. Now, I have a video on what is an MDB. You can check that out. What is a Multilateral Development Bank? So I say I work in development finance and I work in the area of safeguards. So what are safeguards? Okay, the best way I can do it is through an example. So let's do a regional road. So let's say a development bank is looking at giving a government, now that's not individuals, it's looking at giving a government a large loan to construct a regional road. Now, a regional road can have a lot of development benefits. It could connect to regions that haven't been connected before. It could improve regional GDP, access to markets for farmers. It could improve food security. So there could be a lot of development benefits from providing finance to construct a regional road. At the same time, the development bank doesn't want to finance a road that might go straight through critical habitat, or there's people living in that alignment who could become homeless as a result of the construction of that road. So for the development bank, they need to fund projects that have a development outcome, but at the same time, they don't want to simultaneously hurt the environment and communities. And that is where safeguards comes in. So I want you to think of safeguards as the protections. And these protections get built into the loan. So the protections for the environment and for communities, and it also includes worker health and safety. So safeguards, they first look at how can those negative impacts on the environment and communities be avoided completely. Now, if they cannot be avoided completely, how can we minimize those negative impacts to the greatest extent possible? And if they cannot be completely minimized, then we look at building in mitigations. Okay. So I want you to think of safeguards as the protections. Yes, protections. So in around the 1980s, development banks started to put in place safeguards policies with specific requirements that borrowers had to meet for the environment, health and safety, for communities. So I'm not going to take you through the historical development of different MDBs and how their safeguards policies developed, but the idea here is that different countries have different requirements and different legislative frameworks for environmental and social assessment and mitigation. But by having a universal set of safeguard policies, these could then be applied universally across developing member countries. So no matter if different countries had different national legislative requirements, there would be a set of safeguard policies and requirements that would have to be met for all of the lending portfolio. So coming back to it, I want you to think of safeguards again as the protections that get built into the loan itself, into the design of the project, including the engineering design, and that project's environmental and social management planning for pre-construction, construction, and the operations of that project. So there's also a risk management aspect to safeguards, or we could say risk management benefits of having safeguards policies and requirements. But that is safeguards. It's the protections, and that is my most non-technical way I can explain it. I'm Risha Hartley-Jones. I'm an anthropologist and social development specialist. I've been working in safeguards, definitely over 15 years, getting close on 20. Now, check out my other videos for non-technical explainers of environmental and social assessment and safeguards.